Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to a fresh new week where we're going to be looking at the energies. So this is all about fulfillment and the path to it. The path to it is embracing new things. It is opening yourself up to the world. So I think they really want to talk to you about that this week sometimes. And as I spoke yesterday, it's not always about embracing the huge things. It's embracing the little things and working through it. You know, one step at a time. As I said this year, it's all about motion forward. It doesn't have to be you jumping over mountain to mountain. It can just simply taking a few more steps than you usually would. Okay? So we have the cards embracing your words create worlds. And this is interesting because I didn't expect, I read a little bit of the book and it really does all work together. So I'm going to put that there. We're going to be looking at this in this first reading. I'm going to do a second reading later on with this one. And it doesn't matter when you see these readings this week. It's here to give you knowledge and help you out on this journey. Okay? I heard just recently, why don't readers ever help people? If you're listening to readings, such as people from myself, I'm not talking about every reader, but if people like myself and you're not getting a hint of how to help yourself, then you need to go back and figure out why that is. Are you truly listening? So I send it back to the people who ask, why aren't readers giving us the answer? Well, sometimes it's because you need to find the answer. What we're doing is giving you some advice. Okay, of course this is not my regulars who come and comment. I'm talking to the people who I've never heard of and come in and ask questions. I'm answering them, okay? So embracing is the first thing. This card, wonderful card, and it's written floodplains. A floodplain is a naturally occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to far banks of the surrounding land during times of high water. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt, sand, and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility, as well as rich ecosystems. They are excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. It is a natural occurrence that allows life in all areas to thrive. Sometimes life overflows with emotions, which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished. And as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. And I'm not making it up, you guys. There it is. Expansion right there. Embrace all your emotions. When you do so, great prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is a time to explore and experience them. So again, if you looked at the cards yesterday, if you didn't see the weekly reading, I pulled out 3 cards. It's about rushing in, tweaking, and then expanding in creativity. Those are the cards that came out. And this is exactly what this is saying. Sometimes you need to flood things over, and it's not just emotions. They're talking about emotions, but it's just for everything. Well, you know, change is emotional. So I won't take it out of the equation because most certainly when you do something different, it can throw you off a little bit emotionally, spiritually, energetically. So just make sure that you're using this to your best abilities. This throwing off of the equilibrium, you want to see if there's anything that was deposited there, like the nutrients from the water, from the plain waters, the floodplains. Was there something left behind for you to look at, something new that wouldn't have been there if you hadn't taken a chance? Yesterday was, saying, ordering something from somewhere when you don't usually do that because you don't like it and usually you're disappointed. Sometimes you're not. Did you do all the work before? Did you measure out the clothes to make sure they would fit? Did you look at the reviews? Why don't you just take a chance and see? And make sure that you can send it back if you don't like it. And then you send it back. You might surprise yourself. There might be things. And, you know, this is just a silly example, actually. So just try something new, okay? And if you're not too sure, and if you're afraid as a new food, you take a little bit to see if, you know, you're okay with it, if your body reacts. Give yourself 20, 30 minutes. And then try a meal of it, you know, like if you are that concerned about certain things, but you want to try new things, baby steps are perfect. And even if it doesn't end up the way you wanted it, you've tried something new, and it may just give fertility to ideas of where you want to go next. So embrace new ideas. Embrace new ideas, okay? It's all right. Let's see here. Rejection. I love this. So, right. Working on not rejecting the ideas that are coming in. Sometimes we don't try because we're afraid that it's just not going to work out, right? If you were going to order, like I said, that silly thing, if you were going to order clothes and you knew the outcome was going to be that you didn't like what was there, you wouldn't do it, right? So, but you can't be sure of anything until you try. So it's that uncertainty of discovering something new, something that may help you flower into something more. So I'm going to try and come up with a better example than just ordering something online, because there's so much more you can do, okay? I don't know, maybe it's a group of, they're telling me, a group of friends, a friend that wants you to meet other friends, but you're not too much of a person, you just don't want to, you know, it doesn't usually turn out, you feel left out, something like that. You've had a previous thing where, you know, you're kind of a one-on-one person and you keep saying no, and this person go, come and meet a few other people. Just go ahead and say yes. Meet some new people. Who knows who you might meet? You might meet somebody who will change the course of your life by being your friend. Just try new things. You can still say, still isn't for me. But how will you know if you never try? If you reject the idea right out of the gate before you ever do anything, how will you ever flourish? Okay? It's defeating yourself before. Let the messy parts in. Let the uncertainty of things. You don't know what the outcome's going to be? Give it a shot. Go see what it... You know, put your nose out there. Put your toe in the water. Maybe not as bad as you think. The sacred flow of yes. And the card just went right in my face. So I'm going to take it. And it's a fish. Try saying yes. They're showing me the Yes Man. What a great movie. Funny if you haven't seen it. Jim Carrey. I go ahead and watch that. I mean, right away, I feel like that yes man. Yeah. He took it right to the extreme. But he couldn't deny in the end that saying yes had opened up his world far greater than ever. And that is truly what it is. I want you to say yes for 2023. And I think that's what I'm going to write. I'm going to say yes as much as I can in 2023. I want you to write that in the comments. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Oh, I'm hearing that some are going to say, oh, she's been here 10 minutes and only pulled 3 cards. I don't only pull cards, Pisces, for the people who come here. I'm intuitive energies. So keep that in mind. It says it in the title of the channel. It's intuition. I talk to guides. The cards are just a tool that help me talk about the intuition coming in. There it is again. These 2 cards. The Hierophant in reverse. Perfect. I'm okay with that. And the Wheel of Fortune, look at that. Yeah, I think what's happening is this the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Did I get the Knight of Pentacles last time? No, it was the Knight of Swords, right. See, I thought he was him, but he came out on Sunday. The Knight of Pentacles, he's the slow and gets caught in the details. That's the guy who is very careful, very metered, and there comes, if you learn about the cards, the tarot cards, especially the way I did, you find out about the court cards, what their strengths and what their weaknesses are. The Knight of Pentacles, he's great. He's got everything planned out perfectly. He knows where he's going. You know how much it costs. He knows how long it's going to be, how far he's going to go, where all the bathrooms are. You know what I mean, okay? He's that person. The thing is that sometimes he gets so caught up in the details of things that he can actually stop himself. He goes too slow in where he's going, that I feel that he's missing the opportunity to fully get his full 10 of Cups. Okay? And it's because he's stuck in the Hierophant is all about a teacher, but also learning and teaching. It's the act of being wise, but also being open to all kinds of things. Again, the downfall of the Hierophant is when he can no longer receive the teachings. He becomes the teacher with no open mind to now being able to receive the lessons. So him coming in reverse again is showing like a closed off or a boundary that is set in. The Wheel of Fortune at the end is saying that you are in a cycle change right now. And they're asking you to go out of your comfort zone. This is the comfort zone right here. Okay? You still have happiness. The 10 of Cups is the 10 of Cups, no matter if it's in reverse. It's just that you could have more. You could feel more. You could have a lot more excitement. More avenues open up for you to explore. So don't close them down by saying no. Say yes. Say yes, Pisces. Say yes. Judgment. Right. The Judgment is accountable for choices and behaviors. So, if you limit the amount of things that you do, you limit the embrace that you put in the world, you limit the amount of messy. There is such thing as sometimes a little bit of messiness brings in a fresh perspective, okay? When things have to be in complete and perfect order and completely grounded, then what happens is what you gave. What you give is what you get. It's the give and take. They're showing me it's like eating the same meal every day. It is your favorite meal. You love it, and you enjoy it, and you'll eat it every day. But regardless of what you think, at one point, it's going to get repetitive. It's going to get long. It's tried and tested. But diversity And change is definitely the spice of life and the reason why you're here. So if you're doing things the same all the time without taking the slightest of chances or embracing new things, you're seriously curtailing the greatness that you could be experiencing. You don't need to change everything in your life overnight, but I strongly suggest that you say yes to a few little things and see what it feels like. You don't have to write anything in stone. You just need to say yes to a few things, and don't stop yourself from trying new things just because certain things didn't work out. Be open. Don't seriously close yourself off like somebody who's just like, no, I didn't like it, so I don't want it, right? Be open to the new, the full, the trust. Be open-minded to the beginnings. Give yourself the freedom of experiencing everything completely. Don't close yourself off, okay? You're not quite at the breakthrough. I mean, the Ace of Swords, if it had been this way, would have been perfect. But it's this Hierophant card. It's that safe space. I know what I know, and yeah, you can tell me. You may have tried something like a long time ago, 5 years ago, a year ago, and thought it wasn't for me. But certain things change as they go. This is about being open to change. Let me pull some more here. Balance. Insight. Major Arcana is nice. 5. Okay. So, absolutely, balance is being accountable for your decisions. So in these adventures, there's sometimes that you're going to do things and it's just going to be, I tried it and it wasn't that great. But sometimes there'll be times where you do things and it's going to go, I would have never known this if I hadn't tried it. So things equal themselves out, but you really have to try something new. Some of you may be feeling the ho-hum of the last couple of years, or maybe it started way before the last couple of years. So it's time for you to go inward and see how much liberty and expanse you can give yourself at this point. Okay? How much of the Fool energy do you want to embrace so that you can have breakthroughs and move forward? The 5 of Pentacles to me is always the card that's flipped. It's feeling alone, abandoned, alienated. But it's truly a feeling that is felt from within, because the light shines right behind the mandala of this window. The light is still right beside you. It's making a conscious choice to separate yourself from changes and embracing the new things. So if you separate yourself from those things, you are the one doing it. You need to open it up a little bit. Absolutely. Have fun in your life, Pisces. This is really what it is saying here. Just have fun. The wheel is turning, cycles are changing. The only person who's stopping a breakthrough, really and truly, is you, if you sit and think about it. You may not think you are. You may think, oh, I'm content with what is. But you may be feeling stagnant. You may be feeling a little stilled. And that's clearly indicated that maybe you need to stretch a little more. You need to embrace, not fear rejection so much, and say, yes, yes to the flow of yes. And be okay in knowing that you're out there, you're trying new things, right? You're experimenting to see what's going to happen. Would you rather stay stuck and feel stuck and be accountable for just never really moving? Or do you want to bring balance back? Do you want to feel secure, comfortable, but also free and experimenting and like the Queen of Wands, like vibrant and creative and inspired to act? So the decisions are really on you. So you have a few new things showing up for you, probably this week, probably for months coming. And you have to decide whether you're going to say yes or no to it. Let's see. Let's see what this cute little book has for us, Pisces. Have you ever noticed how happy, optimistic people have all the luck, and how the haves keep winning at bingo while the have-nots just keep encountering barrier after unfortunate barrier on their path? Like a stream of helpful energy, the sacred flow of yes is being where you're meant to be. When you're on the right wave, you're on it. You're so completely enveloped in your right vibe that it practically whooshes everything you need right into your lap. It brings a whole lot of easy flow. Yes to a new contract. Yes to a better price. Yes to a dinner date. It's time to act like water and flow around any problems you may be experiencing. You may be forcing your way upstream right now and stubbornly pushing into a dam that's meant to guide you toward a more prosperous path. Since I know you're not a salmon, there's no need to be swimming into headwaters right now. Instead, flow around the gates of not yet by finding the path of least resistance. The sacred flow of yes is like a river, so remember that rocks are only put in your way as markers meant to nudge you towards your simplest solution, not as challenges meant to be dominated or controlled. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you will try something and it's not for you, and it's not meant for you to give up altogether on everything. It's just meant for you to really differentiate what you love and what you don't. So just treat it as such and go to your next experience. Start embracing life and change. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and energy and blessings and everything that you want, and the courage to live your best life. And I will see you later for the second card. Take care. Bye for now, Pisces.